Hey, dude, what's good? It is your boy Nextstop Sirchcity.
What's up, guys? I know I was off last week, but I am back. It's your girl Neda. Hope you didn't miss me too much.
Yes, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the Food We Watch podcast. Man, it feels weird. And now I got a person next to me. I had the whole screen to myself last week.
It was only one time, sir. One time.
Felt like a superstar, psych doll.
Real quick, before we get into this week, I just have something to say. I called it. I knew Richie was not going to last, and I called it, and I was right. That's all I wanted to say. I was right.
Yeah, he played himself last week. If you don't know, now you know. Last week's well, first of all, we're reviewing MasterChef season 3, and that was episode 6. Yeah, he played himself, and Richie left last week with and him and his home cakes was kicked off the show. Lies, just
Home
telling
cakes. We
lies.
should make some home cakes.
I don't
Wait,
want none of them home cakes.
wait. I don't either. Oh yeah, because they were like hard
He
as
made
rock,
home
right?
rocks, home
Yeah,
rocks.
yeah. Real quick. What was it that you said you wanted to try? You don't remember. Okay, it's
That was
okay.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yes,
I thought it was last week.
but when I watched, oh no, that was last
Yeah,
week.
that was
Dang, I
last
don't.
week.
Time just fly. Look, it's July, and we in the
No,
last
it's it's,
week
it's
of it.
it's pretty much August now.
So time moving. But
Happy August.
I'd have to watch the episode back to one. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember what plate it was. It was a couple plates, but one in particular I don't remember. But in any event,
Mm-hmm.
we are on episode 7, MasterChef season 13, and they went crazy. It was Gordon was frustrated the whole episode.
Isn't he always though with this?
No, but this was like there's some things we're gonna
Well,
get into
yeah, we're gonna
some
get into
first.
it. We're gonna get into it.
But
We're
they
gonna get into it.
mm,
I
mm.
got I got yeah, I got a quite quite a bit to say.
Yeah, I
So
got a bunch of just random
we
stuff.
yeah, I do too. So let's see if yeah. All right. Well, let's tell the people what they were doing. They were doing their team challenge.
Mm-hmm.
They were cooking for the fire department and for emergency pers-
Personnel.
personnel. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. So they was cooking for 101 firefighters, their
101.
families,
Mm.
and emergency personnel.
Yeah.
Um, Jennifer was the winner from last week, so she got the chance to decide which teams were going to join together, and she chose the
So
Midwest to
yeah,
be with the South,
that's right.
and that's the red team, and then the West with the Northeast. Now, mind you, they were down 2 people. I
Yeah.
forget which team was down 2 people, but they were down 2 people.
I believe it was blue.
I know blue was, but I mean, I forget which. Was it one from the West and Northeast? Was it two from the
Yeah, one
West?
one from each.
Okay, yeah. So total, the blue team was 2 people down.
Yep.
Um, and then Jennifer, she nominated herself to be team lead.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the blue team, they nominated Bren to be the captain for their team.
Whew.
Which, how did they come up with that? I don't know. But
Yeah.
because she has experience in restaurants or something. Was that what it was?
No.
Oh, that was somebody else. Okay. So, straight off the bat, I did feel like excuse me, the red team, they seem to be off to a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Their communication was good, and just trying to figure out how they were going to move. I did like how Jennifer wanted everybody to have a voice, but at the same time come to a solution that would make more sense.
Yeah, she has that experience. They said she has 6 kids. So she has to
God
navigate
bless
that.
her. because
And yeah,
no way. Like you
six.
see this, I would be bold.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. So I felt the same way. Red team was communicating because they in this competition you got to pick what you're going to cook.
Yeah.
So and they have to map out the whole dish. And she was listening, and she said it out the gate. Nobody talk over anybody. She sounded like a mom. As soon as they started talking, I was like, oh, she cool. She got it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um. Now the blue team, they scared me a little bit right off the gate. They was like, "Ooh, red team is doing steak and potatoes, something simple. We are going to do something different." And they picked pork chop.
And hold on, not just any old pork chop.
Mm.
These Jones was like this,
Thick,
this. Oh my gosh!
super thick.
And not only so, it was windy.
Yes, the wind was.
They
They had trouble with the fire, not just like the fire with the grill. They had a 6-foot grill and the stove tops. They had trouble keeping it ablaze.
so speaking of, so I just want to quote what Ryan said. So Ryan, he was starting to think that going with the pork chop was a huge mistake because he said that you can't really get away with undercooking a pork chop. Whereas though you have a steak, you can cook a steak on different levels. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like you have your medium rare, your
yeah,
medium, you know what I mean? Like you're well done. With the pork chop, it has to be cooked through and through.
yeah.
So
And perfect. There's no room for error really with
yeah,
because if you
yeah,
over you got to cook it to the point where it's still juicy. So you got to
yeah,
easily overcook it.
yeah. And again, these pork chops was like,
Yo,
I lie to you not. I promise. It was like this.
Bull had Gordon or was it Joe so upset because he had thermometers in every piece of pork chop
Yeah, he
that they
did.
had. They were
He
like, "Yo,
did.
why do you poke all the?" He's like, he has no confidence on this grill,
No,
and
so he was like, it was a
it was
really huge mistake. He called
yeah.
it in the beginning that it was a huge mistake to go with the pork chops.
Mhm.
And yeah, he was not wrong. Um
Well, before all of
Gordon,
that, real quick, before all that, I was a little nervous because they seasoned the pork chops and then started leaving them out in the sun. Gordon comes over, is
he
like,
said you can't do
"Yo,
that.
you got
You
this
can't
pan of
do
pork chops
that.
sitting here. It's sunny, like you got the
And
sun
then they was
beat
talking
on it."
about putting in a warmer.
Yeah, so you put it in the warmer to keep it warm. But here's
It'll
the
dry
thing:
it
you
out.
could do that with steak, but you shouldn't do it with it'll dry it out. But maybe they should have put it in a warmer because they them things was raw. They was
Well, we'll get into that. Gordon had to get with Bren. He literally had to tell her to slow down and
yeah,
just listen.
yeah, because they would. That's the part where because they have to create a sample dish and give it to the judges. And real quick, I can go over the dish names.
Yes, please, because
Uh,
I
the
didn't catch
the
that.
blue team created an ancho rubbed pork chop with avocado
Raw
creme.
pork chop.
Yeah, raw pig, citrus slaw. That joint was oinking. Black eyed pea salad and a cornbread muffin. And then the red team did a New York strip with chimichurri sauce, glazed carrots, lumpy mashed potatoes, and a compound butter. So that's what
Yeah,
they cooked. And like you was,
yeah, them mashed potatoes.
Gordon
Oh,
told her to shut the f up.
pretty much. Pretty much.
He's like, "Yo, what you keep talking? I'm
Yeah,
trying to
just
tell you,
shut
shut up."
up. Yeah, yeah. Well, the blue team wasn't the only one who was having hiccups, maybe
Yeah.
more than the red team, but the red team, with the sample plating,
Mm.
their mashed potatoes were undercooked, number one. um Jennifer stated that she knew that the
Mm.
potatoes were raw, and Joe was like, you still decided to serve this to us? Like,
Yeah, he went in on her for real.
yeah,
He was like a lawyer. He was just grilling her. And he was like, "Did you know these was raw?" She's like, "Well, yeah, Kyle, yeah, okay, yes, I did, I did." He's like, "So
you
you,
don't you don't
you gonna
lie.
serve it to him?"
Don't be
We
a
already know.
whoopsie.
Don't lie to Joe.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't-
don't lie. She literally played herself. And Then here comes Sarah, all happy and whatnot,
Mhm.
bringing out ice cold carrots. Really?
Why didn't you put those in a warmer? They were so gung ho about putting stuff in a warmer that you don't put the carrots in a
And
warmer.
wait a minute. And Gordon had to tell Kyle, focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about these carrots. Are you on carrots? Pretty much is what he was saying. No? Okay, well, go continue back to what you were doing.
Well, look,
So that was that.
right off gate, as soon as service begun, all out warfare. Like you said, the carrots was cold for the red team, but the blue team, the signature part of the dish,
Two dishes.
raw.
Two first table. First table. They send raw pork.
What I don't get is he had all of those thermometers poking into the pork chop. How you not know it's raw?
Wait
Like,
a minute. Wait a minute. But that wasn't the kick. Well, so this was reported that two pork chops were raw and came back,
mhm,
whatever. Bryn decides to tell her team everybody on pork chops.
yes,
So you have six people touching
pork chop.
pork chops. Okay. That was stupid. That was
And
dumb.
Gordon literally told them more than once. What you do is you cook the pork chops down, then you put them in the. I think he said put it in the warmer for a couple minutes, then finish it again before you plate it. Put it back on the grill to heat it up. How hard is it to
Can
do that?
can I just say they had no idea what to
Yeah.
do with those pork chops.
And the
They
crazy
had no
part,
idea. Like they were looking at each other like,
like, I don't know. I don't know.
uh,
And it really, what Brent should have did, she should have switched off. Ryan was messing up. You clearly see him messing up.
why did you
Why
keep them
not?
on there?
It seemed like when James came over to help, even though he was in, well, I thought James did a better job when he kind of took over a little bit. He came over there to the thing. He was vocal. And it seemed like they started getting it together more so towards the end, in my opinion. Now, on the red side, for the life of me, they could not cook the potatoes.
Oh my gosh. So that was my this is what I wrote down. The red team. I said the red team ran out of potatoes. Oh lordy. What was with them in these potatoes?
I was confused. The fact that they weren't cooking, oh, that's because they weren't cooking them right. That's how they ran out.
Yeah,
They
they
had to
had
keep
to.
making it. I don't get it. But they said they couldn't the fire wouldn't stay on the stoves.
Because of the wind.
You gotta be creative at some point. I would have put maybe a
Well,
pan on the grill.
they said,
Something.
Jennifer came up with an idea of like
The
pouring out some of the water.
no, it got better when they used the I forgot what that's called. The
This,
hand mixer.
oh,
It got
okay,
better. They should have. I don't
okay.
know why you didn't do that
I
from
don't
the
know,
beginning.
but they ran out of potatoes and they started
Who
using mushrooms as a backup.
real quick was I don't know if this happened beforehand, but after a while, the red team started cooking raw, and
Yeah, they did.
Gordon was so mad that he hummed the steak almost at the top of the building. I was cracking up.
Yeah, they
He's like,
did.
"Oh my bloody god!" Whoa! And I was like, "Yeah, he about to snap." This was the worst service for a team. The team challenge. I've never. Of course, there's been bad ones and stuff. This was. It just seemed bad. Like none of them really should have won. They started. Red team started messing up at the end.
I was about to say because people were complaining that the steak was bland.
Yeah, no
So
seasoning.
it was like, were y'all giving up, red team? Like what like what's going on? Like what were y'all
Yeah.
doing? Did y'all lose the momentum? Was it too much?
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe they got, but like you said, they ran out. Like you said, they had the grill. I would have been heated. I would have been heated if I was Gordon. I ain't really hear too much from Chef Aron, but
Yeah, I forgot he was even there.
Joe and Gordon was just like, "What
I know.
is
I
this?"
know. And so as the disaster continues, this was pretty bad. So the team, so they have 60 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to cook for all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
The blue team ran out of time.
Mm, 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 mm.
They could not complete their plates. But not only did they run out of time, and they had like one table left,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, this one.
Six
Six
plates,
people.
right?
Yeah.
The last pork chops that came out, they were raw,
Raw, raw.
raw.
No condom.
So it would, even if they did complete it, it wouldn't have mattered because all of their pork chops were raw. And that's when I already made up in my mind who was going to win.
No,
Um,
but real quick, on that same note, this was a first.
well,
There's
I was about to
never.
get into that. I was
No,
about to
you.
get into
I
that.
thought
I was
you
about
had
to
to
get
try to
into
talk
that.
about the winner.
No, 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 no. I was just saying, like, at that point, I already knew who
Mm-hmm.
was going to lose. Um, and like Search was about to say before he cut me off,
I
this
didn't.
is
You
the
weren't talking.
first. I was,
I
I was,
waited till you
I was,
stopped.
I was giving it a dramatic pause.
Mm.
The first. This is the first time in 12 years. Let's sit on that real quick.
Mm.
This is season 13.
Yes.
12 years. So what that tells me is that this hasn't happened since season 1.
This is never in the history of MasterChef ever happened.
Oh really? Oh, I
That's what I
didn't.
was trying. I just said the first time
Oh snap.
in the history of
Well, he said
MasterChef
12 years. I said I thought
and
13
MasterChef.
season.
This is the
Oh,
this is the first time. The 13th year
okay.
is
Well, this is the first
Master
time that
MasterChef
they.
and MasterChef Junior. Think
Oh
about that.
dang, that's crazy. This is the first time that they never was able to serve a complete dining room. That's what Gordon called it, was dining room. But
I was confused because normally after a certain time, and I know he do it more so in Hell's Kitchen, but I think I've seen it like take over. I thought they was gonna take over, like move. Like he was like,
that would have been bad too,
"That's it.
though.
Yeah, you going." I would have been like, get out. All y'all go home and all y'all are eliminated. Y'all trash. But no, that was bad. That's why I said this was the worst team competition ever on MasterChef because you have a team who did not finish. That
And
never happened.
and can I say this? I was disappointed in Bren because she sounded like she was making excuses at the end, talking about they didn't have enough people, they didn't have as many people as the red team. And I was like, no, girl, like you blew this.
Yeah, 8 people.
You
You
blew
talk about two,
this.
the difference of 2 people. Come on. You think somebody else would have been there to help make better pork chops, or maybe you should have been the leader and say, "Hey, Ryan, get off the pork chop," because they even said it. No, that was the red team. No, never mind. But who was that? The red blue team was the Northwest and the West. Okay, yeah, they don't have like real barbecue people, but you got to switch at some point. Your
If
man's
someone
is
is messing up, you gotta take him off.
not. Your man's is not doing it.
Yeah. So guys, if you didn't guess it, the red team won.
By default. I think they should have lost too because they. Mm, I
I
didn't like what they were doing in my book.
I don't know. I hear that steak was really good.
Some people said the steak was good, but
I mean,
when
towards the end, maybe not so much.
when you compare it to, I mean, it's still the mash. You couldn't get mashed potatoes together. That was just
Yeah.
beyond me.
Yeah.
And then you ran out and started giving them mushrooms. So, in my opinion, they both sucked. I especially you talking about the South and the Midwest who are known for barbecue. I thought it would have been a
A
little
no
bit more
brainer.
smoother for what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. So Jennifer got another advantage in next week's challenge. James, Ryan, and Bren were up for elimination.
I
I do not agree with who
thank you.
went home.
No, hold on. I'm sorry. I don't agree that James should have been in the bottom three.
Yeah, no,
I
I
don't
don't know.
think he had anything to do with that. Like
Yeah, he did. He did the
over, I think they did better.
yeah.
I don't agree with him being in the bottom three, but I do agree with who went home.
Really, no, I think it should have. I mean, it was between Ryan or Bren.
Still got to cook. Who cooked it?
Yeah, that's true.
No, this is what. See, you gotta watch what you say and what you do because they always listening. Ryan says, I forgot his exact words, but they said it when they told him, "Bye, nigga." They said you had this under control. You were a pitmaster and all this stuff. They never saw it. They never seen any consistency. So he gloated a little bit at the beginning, and his words came back to bite him. No pun intended. So I agree. Ryan should have went home because he was trash. I get what you saying though. Bren was the leader and she didn't switch it up. But
She learned something. She got shaken up, but she needed to.
yeah.
Wow.
Bye. And where was what team? Where is Ryan from?
The
Ryan.
West or
Ryan is he from the Northeast? Is he from Jersey?
I don't know. I forgot.
Well,
I will have to go to past
because
notes.
if he is, you gonna make me look this up. Because that would be two down for Northeast. I'll figure it out for next week. I'm not going back. But that would if that's the case, the Northeast would be down two people. And that's not good because I'm rooting for Team Northeast. And
Are you? You might want to abandon that.
yeah, yo, I'm from the Northeast, so I gotta
Yeah,
represent.
you ain't from none of them states because Pennsylvania ain't nowhere.
All right, I found the Northeast list. Let me see. Let me just check it real quick. Brennan's from the Northeast. He is from Jersey. Yep,
Dang.
Millstone Township, New Jersey.
Dang. They lost
Dang, he
another
down
one.
two. Oh my god.
Northeast ain't gonna make it, yo. I'm sorry.
See, this what happened when you don't add nobody from Philly, though. I mean, I'm just saying.
Or
Or I feel like
Pennsylvania at
he,
least.
like,
Goodness grief.
damn. But yeah, we lost Ryan from Northeast from New Jersey. I didn't see I didn't even watch the previews for
I
next week.
did.
Is it going to be crazy?
Um I think it could get crazy. So, spoiler alert a little bit. Next week previews. So the advantage that Savannah has for next week is they're doing a mystery box and she gets to choose which region gets what.
Dang, this is about to. It could get. Yeah, you're right. Depending on what's in them boxes.
And
Mm.
I'm gonna just say this. What's the chick? She wears like a lot of bandanas, blonde hair. She was on the blue team.
No, I know who you talking about. I don't remember. Is it Kennedy?
That sounds like it could be right.
Hold on, let me
Um,
see.
but
I
it
think, yeah, I
but
think that's Kennedy.
but it looks like next week she is struggling with the chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, like a whole chicken.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, so I'm a bit worried about her for next week. Just putting it out there, or I should technically say, well, yeah,
well, now looking at this competition, it's safe to say that the weakest regions are the Northeast and the West.
ooh,
Midwest is killing it. South came through with a win last week, which technically they kind of won this week because Jennifer's from the South. So they didn't go to elimination. But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I may have to take my talents to the South like LeBron James did. Cause this team ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing up here,
I don't know.
yo.
Didn't he go to the West?
No, he went to Miami. You don't remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh, when he first left. Oh yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
like, I would take my talents to South Beach. I'm
Yeah.
about to take my talents to the South. I think the South got something to say. Um,
Oh, they do. Oh, they do. They saying it. Go
yeah.
ahead, South. Isn't Jennifer on South?
That's what I'm saying. They basically won twice.
Ooh.
They won
Yeah,
last
pretty
week,
much.
and she was on the team that they won. They didn't
Yeah.
get eliminated, and she got another. So, and she get to choose the mystery box for her team and all that. So, South got something to say in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeehaw, nigga! I'm about to be over there with y'all, yo. I'm about to put
Holla.
my southern voice on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and root for the South.
Abandoning ship. Anyway, guys. Well, as we like to say, it's been nice.
That's what we like to say. I don't know
No.
where you were going with that. I'm just gonna let you rock out. But on another note, it's been another week. Thank you guys again. I know you guys miss Neda, and I'm happy she has returned. She didn't leave us.
No, it
Yes,
was just my schedule was kind of crazy, but
she's living her best life, y'all.
I wish.
But yeah, this has been another episode of the Food We Watch podcast. Again, we drop every Tuesday at 12 on YouTube or the Normals Be Chefing Network. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell everybody.
Tell
We
Ray Ray, your baby
everybody,
brother,
Shice, definitely tell Keisha, because anybody
and
in the hood named
Kiki.
Keisha or Kiki, they be running their
Mhm.
mouth. So let Keisha know that we out here in these streets, not just the podcast, but we got food recipes. We got the cookbook coming in September. As soon as I start finishing off the edits, it's really on me, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Ah!
We could have been dropped this
I'm
thing. It's
about to say
on
this
me.
cookbook could have been done.
Could have been
Been
done.
done.
I
Could
got
have been could have
I be
been
busy.
dropping this next month. But
Yeah, I
you
be
know,
busy,
it be
y'all.
busy. It be busy.
It might come out in August. We'll see. I got some free time this week, so I might go ahead and finish that off. But yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. But thank you guys for tuning in every week like you do. But yeah, Nita, where can they find you if they want to get a hold of you?
Over across on the south at Neda.foodphoto on Instagram and Facebook. Cause I'm rooting for the South. Let's go
Oh,
South.
we done changed teams
I
on them.
never,
They
I
about to
never,
talk.
I never was rooting for Northeast.
I
Please,
always knew you wanted to be a part of the South. Come on over.
you was
Your
rooting
water's
for the,
nice.
you was rooting for the Northeast. Okay,
Well,
you just abandoned ship.
you damn right.
But, but where can they find you?
All right. Well, look, they can always find me at Sirchcity on all platforms, mainly IG. I'll be over there in Facebook sometimes. But yeah, or tick you know what? I never added my Twitter, which is at Nextstop
You
Sirchcity.
on
My whole name.
Twitter?
I mean, not my Twitter, my TikTok. I'm not on
Okay,
Twitter.
I'm about to
Well,
say.
I am on Twitter, but I haven't logged in probably since 2016. So I don't know what's going on over there. But I do have a Twitter at Nextstop Sirchcity. I keep saying that. I have a TikTok. Don't go to find me on Twitter. I ain't over there. I got a
Oh my
TikTok.
gosh.
But if I don't answer the phone over at Sir City, you can always find me chilling in these streets at Normals Be Chefing. And if you want to follow the page, we are on TikTok and we are on Face and IG. That is at the Food We Watch Pod. So we drop clips. Um, and that's pretty much it. But if we get some interaction going on, we might be able to do a little more stuff. So you can find us there. But before we go, we always got to let you know that good things come and good things go. Life is like a box of chocolate. That shit be melting. Boom. I just wanted to get to 30 minutes.